Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to People Are Stupid. I hope you're having a good weekend on this fine Sunday. It's supposed to get hot again today, but right now it doesn't feel too bad. It's just a little bit after 8 in the morning here. Well, anyway, I've got some good stories for you. This is going to be a lot more short type stories rather than longer ones like yesterday. But there's some pretty funny ones, and I hope you enjoy them. The first one says that New York City's Department of Health may have a job opening soon if one of its employees doesn't stop screwing around. It seems that management does not care for the fact that the twice suspended helpline operator keeps answering IT calls by talking like a robot. Oh man. Can you just see that? For English, press 1. To wait on hold for 30 minutes, press 2. And how can I help you today? But I did like a call center type of job. It was over a year ago. I worked for a couple months just to make some extra money, and it was right before my Social Security kicked in, and I had to, pay bills. And if you've ever worked a call center job or customer service job, something like that, it can be very, very, very monotonous. And so I can see coming up with something to keep yourself entertained so you don't go stir crazy. Like talking like a robot to people, But yeah. All right. Says an Egyptian bus driver had an ingenious plan to beat a mandatory drug test. So apparently he was taking the drugs. He used his wife's urine. Nevertheless, he failed the test. He found out when his boss handed him the results and reportedly said, "Congratulations, you're pregnant." Oh, can you imagine that though? Can you imagine trying to, scam your company, and try to do something dishonest to pass the test and have your boss call you out saying you're pregnant? Reminds me of that one movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he was like a pregnant guy or whatever. I can't remember. Junior, was that the name of it? Something like that. I know this one. If I was the owners, I wouldn't be too happy. Says a San Francisco couple got quite the surprise when they returned home from the Burning Man festival last September. The house sitter they'd hired had rented out their apartment on Airbnb. Oh man! And I think the headline on it said something like wanted a house sitter that will actually watch the house. Oh, you got some real scammers out there, man. Don't we know? Don't we know? All right. It says the city of New York had trouble with another employee. This one, his bosses claimed, abandoned his job when he missed 18 months of work. An administrative law judge even recommended firing the slacker when he didn't bother to show up for his hearing. Turns out the employee would have loved to have gone to work and even to the hearing, save for one small detail. He was dead. Excuses. Get your ass to work. I don't care if you're dead or not. You be dead on somebody else's time. And there are people that are that unreasonable. I don't know about you. I'm sure we all have run into people who were so unreasonable that you're just like, really? Just total idiots. This person says, I'm a teacher, so I have a million stupid rules I have to follow. But the worst one is that my performance evaluation is based on student improvement on a statewide literacy test. He says, I teach wood shop. Yeah, that'd be kind of hard to do that now, wouldn't it? This person says, my brother-in-law had a high school girlfriend who thought Abraham Lincoln was the first black president because he was brown on the penny. And, of course, you have to make noise. Yes, you have to make noise. My mother-in-law's reply to her was, and he's green on the $5 bill. That doesn't mean he's a Martian. It's like the more I read this stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that I've read, going through this. I'm trying to pick out the best stuff for you guys. There's a lot of stuff I've read that I'm like just shaking my head. It's like, no, there's no way anybody could be that stupid. But there are people that stupid. I mean, look at all Jeff's followers. You got to be pretty much brain dead to believe anything he says. All right, this person says, I heard about a guy shooting his new semi-automatic pistol for the first time. After the first few rounds, there were no holes in his paper target, so he assumed the gun was malfunctioning. To check, he aimed at the palm of his other hand, fired, and found the answer. Well, at least he didn't point it at his head. Because that would have been like a one-time checkout. At least with his hand, he has a bullet hole in his hand. At least he's still alive, right? This one says, my roommate in college used to wash her feet by putting them one at a time into the toilet and flushing. No soap, just a flush. Hopefully it had been flushed beforehand as well. Oh, yeah, you don't want to be stepping on birds. That would kind of defeat the whole purpose, wouldn't it? Person says, this was told to me by a friend. His coworker is not too bright, but knows it. His son had a bottle of Coke that had prizes under the cap. He watched as his son twisted off the cap and looked at it. It said, sorry, try again. So the boy put the cap back on, took it off, and looked again. It's like, yeah, I got a little bit left. Ordered this from Domino's yesterday with pizza because I'm out of Coke. Let's see what it says. Let's see. It says, Jeff is a scumbag and J-Rod is a fako. Fako? Maybe it means flake. A fake flake. Okay, let's put this back on and try again in another 5 minutes. Remind me. Copper, remind me, okay? All right, let's go on. Says people kept setting our microwave on fire because he didn't know you have to add water to ramen. Apparently, they can't read directions. He says, this happened at least 3 times, and I had to put a note on the microwave. My word. Can you imagine that there are people really that stupid? I worked with this gal one time that had to be one of the dumbest people I ever seen. And she wasn't even blonde. She was dark brunette. But she was something else. All right, here's another one. It says, when my oldest son was in high school, he dated a girl that destroyed multiple microwaves by trying to thaw out cans of frozen Dr. Pepper. Her family was wealthy. We were not. I told my son that he would never be able to afford her. I mean, rich or not, you'd think you'd learn after blowing up one microwave, don't put metal cans in the microwave. You'd think. All right, the next one has to do with microwave. Actually, the next few have to do with microwaves. It says, chicken pot pies take 6 minutes to microwave. No, I don't. Mine are done in 5. Says, a friend of my kids put one in for 3 minutes because then it's done sooner. Now even Copper's looking at it going, They dumb, huh? They stupid. They stupid, huh? Yeah, they stupid. Yeah, they stupid. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yes. Yes. He's been real clingy this weekend, haven't you? Huh? He's been real clingy. Huh? Been real clingy. Yeah, that's a good boy. You finished your food, didn't you? Yeah, that's a good dog. All right, anyway, it's done sooner. So she ate a few bites and threw it away because it was cold. No, don't put it in the microwave for another 3 minutes. Throw it away because it's cold. Oh, yeah, stupido. Person says, I had a friend who put a frozen burrito in the microwave. When it didn't heat up, she threw the burrito away and tried heating up a different one. Can you go back to the store? This burrito is defective. Can you imagine? That's like, oh yeah, I got to tell you this story. Now this goes right along with stupid people. I was working at the sheriff's office in Weiser, Idaho, which is about 12 miles north of Payette. My best friend Mark was working as a dispatcher here in Payette. We were both working, it was like on a Saturday, I think, but we were both working at the same time. There's this lady that came in, of course, she was a known nut. She was a nut to begin with. She was well known by the cops. Well, she wasn't a bad lady. She was just dingy. And anyway, she come in with a, glad bag of dog poop. She comes in and she lays it on the counter. She says, I want you to send this to the lab and analyze it because I want to find out which dog is pooping in my yard. Well, I knew that she worked at Orida, which was a food processing plant in Ontario, Oregon. And so she had to, drive through Payette on the way there. So I got this bright idea, and I told her, I said, well, I'm not really a dog poop expert, but I know who is. I said, stop at the police department and pay it. And Mark's dispatching it. He's the ultimate dog poop expert. And he probably doesn't even need to analyze it. He can probably just tell you. So, it was probably about an hour later, maybe 45 minutes to an hour later. I get my phone rings. And it's Mark. And he's like, you sucker. Of course, I'm just dying. You know, I'm just, yeah, he comes in here and slaps it up on the counter. And he's like, oh, he says, well, the guy up on Weezer told me to bring it to you. Oh, man. That still just cracks me up. Yeah, once in a while that comes up in conversation. I say, yeah, Mark's the dog poop expert. Yeah, that was so funny. Oh, man. All right. You need to just settle down. You need to just settle down. This guy says, I saw my sister give up trying to make KoolAid because she couldn't figure out how to put 3 cups of water in a little packet. Oh, man. It says, I had a coworker who would not put gas in her car until it was empty because she didn't want to waste the gas that was already in the tank. What kind of logic is that? I mean, seriously, how would you even think that? Multiple people had to explain to her that the gas already in the tank didn't get wasted. It was simply added to. I can't, that just amazes me how people think or don't think sometimes. This guy says, I had a boss who forgot his email password while using his iPad. He got frustrated and said, I'll just buy another iPad. Ain't technology great for some people? Guy says, my sister went to throw out her Bluetooth speaker, and when I asked her why, she said it was broken because it kept crackling. I asked her if she'd tried charging it. Deer in headlights. She didn't know she had to charge it. What she thought it would run on forever, I couldn't say. Oh my. Just a couple more for today. This guy says there's a coworker that never ate raw shrimp. He thought they were tampered with because he thought they came breaded from the ocean. Says the whole shop, 12 men were crying, laughing. Breaded shrimp from the ocean. Oh, yeah. So he thought because they were raw, I guess, it had been tampered with. Somebody's been tampering with the shrimp. I wouldn't eat that if I were you. Says, girl I knew in college tried to heat up spaghetti sauce on the stove while still in the glass jar. She had properly heated the meat in a pan, and when I asked her, where are you going to put that meat? She said, in the jar with the sauce. Oh my, oh my, oh my. When you read stuff like this, doesn't that make you feel better about your family? Or then again, maybe not. Because, depending on which family you come from, I guess. Because, there's some families that, this might actually make them look good. Or make the people reading about look good. Yeah, get it right. Get it right, Kevin. Damn it. Right now. Fuck off. Who is it? The squirrels out there. You hear them? You hear the squirrels? Yeah, they're out there. I think he needs to go outside and get some energy run off of him. So that's what I'm going to do now. Hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and we shall see you in the next episode.